My name is Geraldine Parker, and I'm a mind-body interventionist. Today, I'll be leading you through a mind-body chair session. So welcome to your Harmony in Health Low Intensity Program. It's a journey to strengthen your body through stretches and strengthen your mind and relationship with God through Scripture. We'll be going through a variety of stretching and relaxation exercises while building your stamina in a therapeutic way. So, grab your mat, place it on a hard surface, grab a chair and place it on your mat. Make sure your block and strap is nearby. You can also use a nearby wall for some of the standing postures and poses today. So if you need to pause your video, do so now to finish getting your setup. Throughout our session, some of the stretches will have a variety of different options to pick from. As you progress throughout the series, I empower you to try out some of the more advanced postures as they become available to you. In every session, first and foremost, listen to your body. Do what is comfortable to you. Throughout the theme of this session, we'll be focusing on your breath. We will inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. We'll be starting in a relaxed pose to take a moment to reflect on today's scripture or focus on your daily goal. For example, scripture for today: I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. We're going to start with child's pose. So you're going to walk your hips forward, separate the knees apart, bring your feet up under your knees, and on your inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale. Inhale, lengthen the spine. On your exhale, drop your chest halfway, bringing your forearms onto your thighs. Breathe. Relax the back of your neck. You're going to connect with this about 3 or 4 breaths. And on your next inhale, lifting the upper body up, back of the neck and head is last to come up. And you arrive up to a nice long spine. Great. Now we're going to move to cat-cow. So you want to make sure that your back is off the chair, the back of the chair. Your spine is nice and long. And place your hands onto your knees. Knees are nice and wide apart. And feet are up under the knees. So on your inhale, press your heart, your chest out, lifting the chin up. And on your exhale, start to draw your belly button in, curving your back, opening the shoulder blades. Use those hands on the knees, coming into your cat. And then inhale, open up your chest, semi-arching the back, lifting the chin up. And you're just going to continue to let your breath lead the movement about 3 or 4 times with cow and cat. Beautiful. All right. You're going to plant your feet. Press all 4 corners of your feet, all 4 corners of padding of your feet, and stand up. And you can use your hands to stand up as well. We're going to come into bird dog. So with bird dog, you're going to have the chair facing you, the seat of the chair facing you. And we're gonna start with planting our left hand into the seat of the chair. Breathe. And on your inhale, stretch your right arm out in front of you and stretch that left leg out. And exhale, bring the hand down, bring the foot down. Let's do that again. Plant that hand into the chair. And inhale, stretch the right arm and left leg, always the opposite. Reach, reach, reach. And exhale. You're gonna do that about 2 or 3 times on that side. And then you're gonna go to the opposite side. Plant the right hand into the middle of the chair. Simultaneously, inhale, stretch the left arm out, right leg out. Press that heel to that wall. Reach the fingers beyond the wall. And exhale, bring it down. One more time. Inhale, stretch the left arm out, right leg out. Press. And exhale, bring it down. Breathe. Wasn't that wonderful? All right, now we're gonna come into our mountain. So you wanna make sure your feet are hip-width distance apart. Right up under the body. And on your inhale, open the chest, open the fingers, and breathe. On your next inhale, stretch the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, take a side bend over to the right. You can wrap that right hand around your left wrist and lean over, opening up the left side of your body, opening up those ribs. And inhale, coming back to center, release the wrist. And exhale, take a side bend over to the left. You can wrap that left hand around that right wrist. And inhale, coming back to center, reaching up. Again, exhale, side bend over to the right. Wrap that right hand around the wrist. Press your hips out to the left. Inhale, coming back to center, reach and grow. And exhale, side bend over. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Inhale, coming back to center, reach the arms up. And exhale, bringing the hands into your chest. And here you can say your scripture. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. All right, now we're going to go to our halfway lift. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, fold over, bending the knees. And then inhale, come up halfway, lengthen the spine. You can slide the hands onto your shins. If you need more support, onto your thighs. Lengthen out the spine, grow the head from your shoulders. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, lengthen the spine, straighten the legs. And exhale, fold over, soften and let the arms dangle. And we're gonna come into our rag doll. You're gonna bend your elbows, grab the elbows, soften your knees, slight bend in the knees, and just move the upper body from side to side. From the waist, create space at the back of the neck, and breathe. Release the elbows. Here's another one. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach the arms up to the ceiling. And exhale, bringing the hands into your chest. All right, we're gonna go to the thigh stretch. So I'm gonna give you 2 options. The first option is the seat of the chair is facing you. So you can place your foot into the middle of the chair. And you want to make sure that that foot is nice and planted. All right, so that is on an inhale. Bending your knee, bringing it onto the chair. And exhale, blow out the breath. On your inhale, send your hips forward. And you'll feel that stretch on your hamstring and at that thigh. Exhale, send the hips back. Bring that foot up under the knee. Advanced pose. On your exhale, send the hips forward. Inhale, you can lift the arm up and look at the middle finger or up to the ceiling. And exhale, bring the arms down. And bring that foot down. And you will repeat that on both sides. The second option is you can come behind the chair, lengthen out your arms, and step that opposite foot back. So you can step your right foot back and that left knee bends. So, on your exhale, send the hips forward. Breathe, advanced pose, lift the arms up. As you inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down. Send the hips back. Last one, exhale, send the hips forward. Inhale, stretch the arms up to the ceiling. And exhale, bringing the hand down. Step that right foot to meet the left and come into your child's pose on the chair. You can do this with a couple of rounds of breath and then repeat the opposite side. The next one is a delicious posture I like to call plank. So, I'm going to give you two options here as well. You can have the chair, the seat of the chair facing you, and bring your hands onto the side of the chair. First, you want to make sure that hard surface is stable, that mat is gripped, and you're going to have your shoulders over the wrists, and you're going to inhale, lift that right foot up. Exhale, step it back. Inhale, lift that left foot up. Exhale, step it back. So you want to make sure that your core is engaged, so your navel is pressing to the back of your spine. Breathe. You're going to be here for a couple of breaths. And then on your exhale, drop your heels down. Lengthen out your spine. Coming into that V stretch, or for chair, it's called an upside down letter L. Breathe. On your inhale, look your head up. And on your exhale, bring your shoulders back over your wrists. And keeping that core engaged without dropping your hips. Stay in here for a couple of breaths. And then exhale. Drop the heels, lengthen out the arms, lengthen out the spine. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna go into our torso stretch. So with the torso stretch, you're gonna plant the hands onto the chair, nice and supportive, and you're gonna walk the feet back. But here, you're gonna inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, drop your pelvis forward, open up your chest. You're gonna feel that stretch right there at your hips. And exhale, come into that V stretch. Breathe. Inhale, lift the heels up. Exhale. Drop the hips forward. And breathe. Exhale. Send the hips back. Walk the feet up under your shoulders. Rolling up the spine. Lifting the arms up. And exhale, thumbs to chest. Whisper your scripture. Breathe. All right, so now we're going to come into a modified version for torso stretch, plank, and V-stretch. So you want to come to the wall. You're going to bring your fingertips and the base of your palms onto the wall. You don't want to be too flat to put stress on your wrists. You're going to walk your hands right in line with your shoulders. You're going to walk your feet back. Keeping the feet on the floor. Breathe. And you're going to feel that pressure in the shoulders. And you're going to engage your core. So bring your navel to the back of your spine. And you're going to connect in this plank for about 4 breaths. An inhale and an exhale. Inhale and then exhale. And then you're going to walk the hands down the wall. Lengthen out your spine. Coming into your V stretch or an upside down L. Breathe. And on your inhale, walk the hands back up the wall into this version of plank. And then you're going to engage with about 4 breaths. Bring that core, engage, bring your navel into the back of your spine, breathe. Bottom of that exhale, release. Coming into that V stretch. Lengthen out the spine, lengthen out the arms. And on your inhale, you're going to walk the hands up the wall, right in line with your shoulders, and breathe. On your next inhale, we're going to come into that torso stretch. So lift your heels up and exhale. Send the hips forward. Feel that light compression at the back of your spine. Open up your chest, lift the chin. About 3 or 4 breaths here. And exhale, drop the heels. Walk the hands down the wall. Send your hips, your tissue to that upside down letter L or letter V. Again, to come into that torso stretch, inhale, lift your heels up. Walk the hands up the wall. Wrists right in line with your shoulders. Exhale, drop the hips forward. Open up your chest. Drop the head back. That's an inhale. And exhale. Drop the heels. Walk the hands down. And even in this V stretch, upside down L, you can move the tushy from side to side. And on your exhale, bend the elbows. Push off the wall. Forward fold. You can either come into that ragdoll and release the arms. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach the arms up to the ceiling. And exhale, thumbs to chest. Saying your scripture. Right. On your inhale, lift the arms up to the ceiling. And exhale, bring in the thumbs to chest. Breathe. And exhale, relax the arms down. On your exhale, drop your chin into your chest. Rock the head from side to side. Breathe. Inhale, roll the right ear to the right shoulder. Head to back. Ear to shoulder. And exhale, chin to chest. And just rotate the head around in a circle. Relax those shoulders. The shoulders like to draw up. And chin to chest. Change directions. Left ear to left shoulder. Head to back. Rotate all the way around in a circle. And come back to center, bringing your head back over your spine. Next, we're going to go flying into our airplane posture. So you have a chair if you need that assistance. So you're going to turn to the back of your chair. Breathe. And on your inhale, you're going to lift that left foot up. And on your exhale, drop the chest as you lift that left foot up. Feel the balance, feel the wiggle happening in that right foot. Remember, you can bring a hand onto the chair. Advanced pose, you can stretch the arms out or to a letter T like an airplane. And on your exhale, rise up, chest up, and foot comes down. You're going to want to toe, heel, move from side to side, because that right foot is probably burning. And then you will repeat the other side. All right. Our next one is a balancing posture. So I'm going to give you 3 options. The first option is you would plant your left foot into the mat, plant all 4 corners of the left foot into the mat. Lift those pelvic floor muscles up. Find something to look at in the room to give you your focus. Inhale, lengthen the spine. On your exhale, draw that right heel to your left ankle, and the toes can stay down on the mat. The other option is you can slide that right foot to your left calf, left shin, and that right knee is out like a flag. Breathe. The other option is you can bring it to your inner thigh. Challenge pose. Bringing the hands up to praise hands. Woo. And that's going to happen. But just come back into it. And just come back into that posture. And bring it out. Beautiful. And then you would just switch to the other side because you want to balance out both sides. All right, the next one is going to be your seated twist. So you're going to grab your block that's nearby. You're going to extend your right leg out. You're going to extend your left leg out. Whichever knee that is bent, that's the foot that the block comes on. So you have baby setting, mommy setting, daddy setting. So different heights. So I'm going to go with mommy setting because that's going to elevate my knee. All right. So on your inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale. Inhale, lift the arms up to the ceiling. And on your exhale, you're going to twist around to the right. So the knee that is bent, that's the side you're going to bend, twist on. You're going to bring that right hand to the back of the chair, left hand onto that right knee. And inhale, grow the spine. Exhale, twist around a little further. Should have did the up leg. And then inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, take the foot off the block and drop the hands down. You're going to repeat on that side about 3 or 4 times. And then we're going to switch. Now you're going to stretch that right leg out. Bend the left knee. Inhale, lift the arms up, lengthen the spine. And on your exhale, twist your upper body around to the left. Drop that left hand to the back of your chair, right hand outside of that left thigh. Breathe. Inhale, grow the spine up. Exhale, twist around. Bringing your chin over the left shoulder. Connecting for about 3 or 4 breaths. Use that right hand to keep that left knee forward. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Twisting back around. Taking the foot off of the block. Breathe. Good. All right, we're going to come into our next position called bridge. So with bridge, you can do a couple of rotations for your wrists. You're going to bring your hips forward, making sure your knees are over your ankles. Bring your hands to the sides of your chair. And you want to plant those hands onto the chair to nice support. Plant your feet into the mat. And on your inhale, you're going to lift your hips up. Here for a couple of breaths. Breathe, breathe, and exhale. Slowly bringing the hips and tushy back into the chair. Breathe. In between, you can do some more wrist rotations. And then coming back in, plant your hands, plant your feet, and inhale, lift the tushy up, lift the hips up, connecting for about 3 or 4 breaths. And exhale, bringing the hips down, bringing the tushy down. Excellent. All right. Now you want to grab your strap. Your blue strap or your pink strap. It is whatever. So we're going to bring it into our left foot. You can hold it with 1 hand or 2 hands. You want to make sure that that right knee is over the right ankle. And you're going to bring it into your foot and stretch your left leg out. Breathe. Exhale, let the breath out. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Press that left heel towards the center of your room. And exhale, open that left leg out. Try to keep the spine nice and long. And then inhale, bring it back to center. Breathe. If you need a little recovery or rest, you can bring that heel down. But we will wait for you to join back with us. So inhale, lengthen the spine, lift that left foot up, press the heel. And exhale, open it out to the left. And bring it back to center. Bend that left knee. Take the strap off the foot. And then repeat the opposite side. You're doing wonderful. All right, now for our last posture. For this one, you're going to lengthen out your left leg. Set the block on the outside of the left leg. And you're going to cross your right leg over. Now, it could be an ankle. It could be a higher setting. Let your body meet you where you are. All right, inhale, lengthen the spine. Lift the arms up. On your exhale, twist around to the left. Drop that right hand outside of that right leg. And you're going to stretch that left arm out. And reach. And breathe. And reach. And breathe. Bottom of your exhale, blow out all the breath. And inhale. Coming back to center. Stretch the legs out. Bring the arms down. And repeat.